Hi, let's delve into the social history of England. The tapestry of modern English society and culture is woven with the fine threads of its various early invaders. It has been observed that the early history of Britain is essentially the history of its invaders. The Celts, Romans, Anglo Saxons, and the Normans were a few of the more important conquerors of England. Around 600 BCE, streams of invaders known as Celts arrived on the shore of England. The Celts were made up of numerous tribes and invaded England in waves. The earliest to arrive were the Gaels, who invaded the western and the northern parts of the country. The Britons came next and occupied most of the present day England and Wales. The name Britain is taken from this branch of the Celts. The Celts were fierce fighters but lacked political skill. The Celtic language was spoken all over the country. It is the origin of the modern Welsh. Gaelic was another dialect of the Celts which was spoken in Scotland. The Iron Age began after the Celts settled down in Britain. In 55 BCE, Julius Caesar made his first expedition to Britain and learned that the land was fertile and the people were weak. He was, however, more interested in the conquest of Gaul, and Britain was left to itself for nearly 100 years. The reign of Augustus marked the beginning of a long period of peace and stability in the Roman Empire, known as Pax Romana, which meant Roman peace. The Roman Empire extended its influence over Italy, Spain, Greece, and Asia Minor. In 43 CE, Emperor Claudius invaded Britain and the Romans stayed on for nearly 300 years. England became a province of the vast Roman Empire. The Romans established forts and camps throughout the land and built many roads to connect them. They also constructed walls across the northern part of England to protect the region against the invasion from Celtic tribes in northern Britain, which is the present day Scotland. The most famous of these walls was the Hadrian's Wall, which extended from Carlisle to Newcastle upon Tyne. The Romans developed the trade and agriculture of the island. Towns were created with well-built houses. Excavations show that those houses had better heating systems than some modern English houses. There were constant attacks from Celtic tribes settled in Ireland and Scotland, and even as the Britons were struggling against them, a new danger appeared in the form of Anglo-Saxon sea rovers. For about 1.5 centuries, Britain was under the Angles and Saxons, who migrated to Britain from the northern Germany. They were barbarians when compared to the highly civilized Romans. They were great warriors and worshipped the gods of Norse mythology. They worshipped a deity called Thunor, who was the same as Thor, the god of thunder and lightning. The Anglo-Saxons formed 7 kingdoms known as the Heptarchy. Their 7 kingdoms were Kent, Essex, Sussex, Wessex, East Anglia, Mercia, and Northumbria. These kingdoms fought amongst each other for supremacy. King Egbert of Wessex, who established the supremacy of his kingdom, is considered to be the first king of England. The Anglo-Saxons had a great influence on the Britons than the Romans. English is derived from the Anglo-Saxons and not from Latin. Anglo-Saxon names have survived to this day in England. This is a social history of England of this episode. Thank you for watching.